This is something you probably haven't heard anywhere before. So, when it comes to the study abroad process, just like life, everything cannot go 100% smoothly for you. So, if you put in applications, there's a possibility that some universities would give you admission, others may deny your admission. But a lot of people, when they receive an admission denial, they are so down, they are so frustrated, especially if, for example, an enrollment deposit, an application fee was required for this application. Somebody has paid about $70 for an application fee, and then it didn't go as expected. A denial comes in, considering that the time, the effort, and the expectations that was for this application. People really feel down when they don't get admission. And normally that's why we advise that it's not advisable that you only apply to one or two schools. If you have the resources and the time, put in the effort to apply to at least three, four, or five institutions so that you don't get frustrated when some of them does not go as expected. But listen, there is always a positive side in everything. And on this platform, we only focus on positivity. If you receive an admission denial, you can still talk to the school and ask them to tell you the reasons why they refuse your admission. Also, or they refuse your application. Also, you can ask them if it is possible that they place you on what we call a waiting list. Remember that just like a lot of people get admission into a university. Maybe they have other choice, so they opt for those universities. So if you reach out, normally people don't do that, and the worst answer you could get is that no, we've denied your admission and that's it. But who knows? Something positive could come out of it. So don't just be sad and then leave that email that came in that we are sorry we were not able to grant you admission. Follow up from with the person who sent you that denial letter or denial email. Ask the person, just express your sadness for receiving that news. Ask the person, is it possible that they explain to you the reason why your admission was were not considered? For some universities, every admitted student is considered for a graduate assistantship. So because they do not have graduate assistantship, for everybody applying, that's why they cannot give you admission without a scholarship. A typical example: in my first university, every graduate student has a specific cubicle and in an office. So if they are admitting students based on the scholarship and the spaces they have. So you have your cubicle and you have your computer as a graduate student. So it means that if they admit students more than that, some graduate students may end up not having an office in the department. So it's not because your application was not good enough. It's because of the resources and maybe the scholarship they have to give out were not enough to cover you. So you will not be given admission at all. So you can let them know that is it possible that they put you on maybe a waiting list so that if somebody denies their admission, then they can now consider you. Now imagine you writing that email versus somebody who just leaves it like that. Who do you think they are going to contact if somebody ends up not coming? So this is a way of starting today's podcast. This is the Steady Abroad podcast. This is the Fred Effect. Remember, on this earth, within the boundaries of what society allows, there is a structured step in achieving whatever goal you want to achieve. If you want to study abroad, there's actually steps to follow to do that. Sit down, plan, get a mentor, get somebody who is experienced in the process to coach you through. And I tell you, if you attach the level of seriousness, some people who have been able to do it attached to the process, you will definitely make it. This On this platform, we focus on positivity. We tell you how it can be done, how you can do it, and let you know that you are not as dumb as you think you are. You are very smart, just that you need certain information to get you to where you want to be in terms of this study abroad process. Let me bring my guest on, and then we get started. So, the Study Abroad podcast, if this is the first time you're joining us, we interact with individuals who have been through the process to let you know how they did it, the schools they applied to, the scholarships they are on, so that you can also take advantage and apply to some of these universities. So take a pen and a paper. This is a learning platform. You're going to write down the name of the schools. You're going to write down the programs you are hearing, the terminologies that are not familiar to you, so that it will help you in your process. Bro, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, bro. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm glad you were able to come on to share your experience. Personally, your story inspires me. So I'm glad that you are here to share it with our brothers and sisters who are aiming to study abroad as well. A little introduction, and then we get started. What's your name? Where are you from? What was your previous academic qualification before going on the study abroad journey?
Yeah, my name is Mohammed Morro. I'm a Ghanaian, and I had my bachelor's degree back in Ghana in the University of Mines and Technology, and I'm currently in the US doing pursuing my master's degree.
So what are you studying at the moment?
Um, Metallurgical engineering, simple known as mineral process engineering.
Oh, okay. So you are from the Takwa campus, University of Mines.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. And let's talk about why you decided to study abroad. If you are done with your program, what did you study at the University of Mines?
Yeah, I studied the same program. That's metallurgical engineering or mineral
Mm,
process engineering. Yeah.
mm. And which year did you graduate? If somebody is watching you and the person was your mate, how would they identify you?
Yeah, I graduated in 2015.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah.
Awesome. So what ignited your interest to study abroad? You are done with your bachelor's degree, maybe national service. Why did
Mhm.
you decide to study abroad?
Actually, after I I finished, um, I was finding it difficult to get a job.
Okay.
Yeah, so I stayed home. Yeah, I was doing some teaching.
Mm,
Yeah, for close to 5 years.
okay.
Still, there was no job for me in the mines because that's where I'm supposed to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't get any job there. So one day I was there, and then my dad came from work, and then he said his friend wants to talk to me.
Shout outs to your dad though.
Yeah, yeah, shout out to him. So he gave me the person's number, and then I called him, and he happened to be your friend, Kweku. Is it Kweku Aida
Yeah,
or something? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Shout outs to Kwaku.
yeah, Kweku. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called him, and he was like, "Bro, you have finished school and you are in the house. You are not getting a job. So what are you doing?" So I'm still searching. And then he was like, "No, you have to try the study abroad process." Though before that, I had the zeal to pursue um, my education.
Hmm.
Then I was always not having that confidence that probably I can make it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he told me he was able to convince me. So that's where the whole thing started from, and I
I
took
think
it.
we should have some friends like that and shout outs to him,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Whatever. I'm
Yeah.
so happy. Yeah.
Right. And so when why did you decide on US? Why not any other country?
Yeah. Initially, I started with. In fact, I didn't just put my eggs in one basket.
Okay.
I targeted US and then Canada
Hmm.
and then Europe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did put in applications in Europe, specifically Russia. I was denied there, so we'll come to that point. And then
Okay.
Canada too, yeah, Canada too. The feedback wasn't, so good.
Hmm.
Then the US, the feedback was looking so good for me, so I decided no, let me focus on the US.
All right. So normally what I want us to do is to mention some of the universities that we apply to. So we are focusing on did you apply to only one institution in the US or you applied to multiple?
Yeah, I applied to multiple universities.
Okay. What is the name of the current institution you are?
Yeah, currently I'm in Montana Technological University.
Okay. So if you are listening to us and probably this is your first time hearing, it's called Montana Tech. So
Yeah.
normally there are a lot of technical institutions in the US. There is Illinois Tech, there's Michigan Tech. This is Montana Technological University. I'm going to share the screen so you can see um, the website. And where is it located? If you can talk to us a little bit about the school.
Yeah, it is located in Montana, specifically in Butte, a
Okay.
town called Butte. Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
it's located.
Butte,
Yeah,
Butte, Montana, right?
yeah,
And they have a lot of IT related, technology related. I mean, it's purely a science university, right?
yep, yeah,
Technological university. Awesome.
yeah.
And apart from Montana Tech, which other universities did you apply to? We'll come back and talk about maybe if you paid an application fee, how you got
Okay.
your scholarship if it was automatic. Let's run our viewers through some of the other universities you applied to.
Yeah, I applied to Alabama, University of Alabama.
Which one? Is it Birmingham or Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, that's good.
University of Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I went to their campus. It's a big and beautiful campus. I think
Mhm.
people have no idea how big this school is.
Yeah.
It's a huge school, University of Alabama. But remember, there is to our viewers, there is what we call a school system. So there is University of Alabama system. So there's University of Alabama at Tuscaloosa. This website I'm showing is at Tuscaloosa. We also have University of Alabama at Birmingham. So Birmingham to Tuscaloosa is about 1 hour 30 minutes drive. I've driven through, those corridors. And then there's also University of Alabama at Huntsville. So they have different campuses. So you have to know which one you are specifically targeting. All right. So which other university did you apply to?
University of Utah.
Okay, University of Utah.
Yep.
Let me see if I can show that as well. So how many in total, by the way?
Is it four? Yeah, four.
Wow. Okay. So we've mentioned Montana Tech. We've mentioned University of Alabama. We've mentioned
Mhm.
University of Utah. And which other university?
Um, Michigan Tech.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mentioned Michigan Tech. When we're
Mhm.
talking. Okay. Michigan Tech. Did all these universities give you admission?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I started my introduction to this episode with. Like, not all the universities you apply to are going to admit you.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you got admission denial from any of them?
Yeah. I mean, as a normal human being, you definitely have to become sad. Yeah,
Did
disappointed.
you pay an application fee to apply to all of them?
No, I think Michigan was free, and
Yeah,
I think you were the one who even shared that. I mean, their waiver code
waiver. Yeah.
the groups that you had at that time.
Okay. So how then did you end up at your current school, Montana Tech?
It's a long story, but I'll cut it short. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, with your coaching, you taught me how to send an email to the department or the graduate, the head of the department of that program. So that's where I started from.
Okay.
Yeah. So I sent an email to the head of department. I'm seeking for admission, and then, if possible, the funding available for me as a grad
Mm-hmm.
student. Then he replied me by saying that yes, they have, assistantship, that's graduate assistantship, research assistantship available.
Right.
Yes, but I need to go and write GRE, and then they also require IELTS,
Mm-hmm.
that's English proficiency test.
Okay.
So I told them, I replied the email by saying that for the IELTS, I was educated in English, so I
Right.
even forwarded a letter to them from University of Mines and Technology. I took a letter from them.
Mm-hmm.
So I forwarded it to him that, oh, if they can waiver that one for me, I'll be glad. Then we
Right.
can talk about the GRE. So he reached out to me that, the only countries that they waiver that English proficiency test is New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and then UK. Apart
Okay.
from that, apart from that, no other country they do that. So if I want to apply to the school, then I have to, go and write the IELTS.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you
So,
ended up writing the GRE and then the English proficiency exams?
no, I did not. In fact, I told, like, when the email came, I replied by saying that if that is the case, then I need to take time and then write the IELTS and then the GRE.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I thought of it another way. I mean, why don't I try other schools and to, I mean,
Right.
be going with this GRE thing.
Yeah.
So I
And,
left
and
there. Mhm.
and that's what we keep telling people, that there's actually a school for everyone. If you
Yeah.
have what it takes to write the GRE, the IELTS, the TOEFL, there's actually universities that would accept them, right? But there are other universities that could get these requirements waived if you don't have what it takes to get them. So yeah.
Okay. So fast forward, I think a month later, I did not, when I sent that mail, he
Hmm.
did not reply. I did not also follow up again. A month later, I was there and then an email came from,
From that same school.
from that same school. And this time around, it's not the head of department, but my current academic advisor or my
Okay.
supervisor.
Okay.
So I didn't even know how my email got to him.
Hmm.
So it was like the head of department forwarded the email to him that this is a student who reached out to them that he wants admission and then graduate research assistantship. So he started saying, "Have you been able to write the exams?" And I
Hmm.
said, "No, I haven't. I haven't been able to do that." So he was like, "I should start the process. The next day, I should go and then start applying. I should just apply to the school and then start gathering the document one after the other."
Wow.
Yeah, Fred, it took me 3 days before I was convinced to do it. Yeah. So the man kept on sending mails. I was telling him that I cannot start something that I cannot finish. So he should
Mm,
allow me to take my time, get all the documents before I even apply to the school. Because if I don't have the document, how can I come and pay the application fee? Then now be gathering what
so
other?
he didn't explicitly tell you that we are not
No,
going to take the GRE, because if he had
no.
said that, then you know that okay, let me go ahead, right?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
So about 3 days, he was still sending the mails. I
Yeah.
mean, he was still pressuring me with the mails that look, I should take the opportunity. So the last meal that came and then it gave me the confidence to start was like, I am giving you the chance to do something with your life. Please take it. I
Oh,
was like,
really?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So there
I am
I
giving you the chance to do something with your life.
yes,
That's touching.
that's
I
touching.
see. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said he doesn't even know me anywhere. He doesn't know me anywhere. And I didn't send a mail to him personally. It is where he went to make an inquiry from the head of department and my name came up. And that's why he's contacting me. So
Mm,
I should try and do something with it. So the following day, I went to the bank, processed my application, $50. Then he told me that, look, now focus on getting the documents one after the other.
mm.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So,
So that's what we talk about, reaching out to department head when you want to start this process. Don't start blindly, because nobody knows you are even applying,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So reach
yeah,
out to somebody, and this is interesting, right? So let's talk about the requirement.
yeah,
Did they later on um
yeah, yeah, yeah.
take
So,
this GRE and stuff like that?
yeah, what happened was that after I applied, I went for my transcript. They told me that I should go and do West evaluation with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I went for my transcript, then I sent it to Canada. And then so I left. I applied for everything, and then I sent the documents to them. Then the next thing was I should rather work on the IELTS. That's what my academic advisor told me. I should work on the IELTS first
Mm-hmm. Okay.
for the GRE. When I get here, because he said he needed me in the spring. That was
Mhm.
2023. He needed me urgently to start in a research work.
Oh, I
So
see.
what he can do for me is that I should rather focus on the IELTS because the school will not allow me to come if I don't have the IELTS. But when I get here, I can
Mm.
work on the GRE.
Oh,
So
I
I saw
see.
it. I saw it that it was a nice deal. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was a nice deal.
No,
So if I,
I'm curious. So when
yeah,
you got to the school, have you been able to write a GRE, or they forgotten about it?
no, yeah, when I finished writing the IELTS and I
Mhm.
sent the results to the school,
Yeah.
Then that's my academic advisor reached out to me that look, forget about the GRE. I've talked to them, so just forget about it. So
Wow.
sometimes you want to see how serious you are before
Yeah.
they make certain things. I
Yeah.
mean, easier for you. Yeah.
Wow, this is a different story. I mean, anybody I bring on the podcast brings a different perspective to the whole thing. So if you are listening to us, your story may be different from somebody because your friend used a certain pathway to get this done. Yours might be different, and we
Yeah.
are all looking for a different program altogether. We may end up in a different school. You're all the way in Montana. I've never
Yeah.
been into Montana before, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so if you're listening to us, you're welcome. You're not late. This is the Study About podcast with a Fred Effect. And what we do is to invite individuals who have been through the process to share with you their experience, their journey, how they did it, what they've been through, the schools they are studying. So we've mentioned the universities that my brother applied to, and he's explaining to us, even though the school required GRE, how he was able to still go through. So technically, your school required the transcript evaluation.
Yeah. Yeah. For
Now,
Montana
you
State
said
is
you
compulsory.
graduated from the bachelor's degree which year?
2015,
When did you start this process?
2023.
2015 to 2023.
Yeah, that's how long I've been in I've been in Ghana.
Wow. So
Yeah,
so within this, like what, 5 years?
5 years. Yeah, 5 years.
What
Yeah,
were you doing? 5 to 8 years.
I was teaching. I had
Okay.
no other choice. You can't just fold your arms and then be sitting down. So I was
You were
teaching.
supposed to work at the mining sector. You were not
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
employment. So you ended up teaching. What were you teaching? Which school was it?
yeah. I was teaching. I started with a private school before.
Mm.
I mean, moving on to
Shout out to your headmaster if he's listening.
yeah. I'm sure he was listening.
What were you
Yeah,
teaching? Like a
yeah.
science teacher?
I was teaching integrated science and
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
In
mathematics.
a junior high school.
Yep, yep, yep.
I see. So, as a teacher, you're going to work from morning to
Mhm.
somewhere in the afternoon. What time
Yeah.
were you then? So people complain that I am working, I'm busy, I don't have time to work on this process. What time were you getting to work on this process then?
Bro, when I spoke to you, and the first day I spoke to you, you told me the words you told me was that you want serious people. I just took those words to myself.
Yeah.
So even if I go and teach and I come back and then my like less busy period, I goes through the schools. I didn't have specific time that I just anytime I'm just less busy, I'm just working on it. So it was something I just put on my best time in it. That's all my best in it.
Yeah, when I got your message, I was at a time where I had supported somebody, time, money, and all that, and the
Yeah.
person had disappointed, right? So
Yeah.
mostly it's a bit painful when everybody is busy, and especially if you are
Mm.
here,
Yeah.
you spend time to help a brother or sister, and the person does not take it serious. It's
Yeah.
so disheartening. Sometimes I just close from class and somebody will message you, it's somewhere maybe you didn't even understand what went on in class. But
Yeah.
if the person is serious, you know that this will end somewhere. And I'm happy talking to you now
Yeah.
than to be talking to you with, some time ago. You understand?
Yeah. 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 I get it.
You would also end up changing other people's lives. So if
People's
you're
life.
listening to us, it is possible, it is doable. After 5 or 8 years of completing your university, didn't they say that your qualification is too old, 2015 to
Yeah.
2023?
They didn't say that. I was even. I always. Give thanks to God. But
Yeah.
in fact, when the man reached out to me, and I don't want to say I wasn't serious, but I wasn't willing to put my money into the application because it was
Because
$50.
as a teacher, how much do you receive?
How much do you receive? You
Uh-huh.
understand?
Uh-huh.
So I was not willing to put that $50, just to go and waste it. But the man kept on. I was even surprised that after 6 years or 5 years in the house,
Right.
this man was still interested in me with my transcript and everything. I was so surprised.
Wow.
And then I must tell you something like this. Maybe it will. Those who are listening to me or
Mhm.
listen to us will take a lesson from it. When I went for my recommendation letter, one of my lecturers told me point blank, Moro, you have been in the house for 6 good years. Why do you want to go outside? Why don't you come back to UMAT and come and do your masters and you want to travel outside?
Wow.
Wow, I'm telling you, bro, it happened.
Now I want you to repeat that. You see, the, shout outs to your professor though. Shout outs to the
Yeah,
lecturer.
yeah,
Moro is now in Montana, man.
yeah.
So
Yeah, he told me
you
point blank.
you've stayed in the
That's
house for a very long time.
long term. Yeah,
Why don't you come back to UMass? Why do you want to travel outside? Maybe he had good intentions for you. Why not?
yeah.
What do you
So
think?
he was like, you have sat in the house for a while like this. No university might be interested in you. With this,
Wow.
no. Yeah,
No university is
no.
interested in you.
Who might be interested in you. That's what he told me.
Oh, so how did you feel?
I felt very bad, but we didn't give up. I did not
Wow.
give up. I didn't give up. I
So
felt very bad.
was it because I think that if it was the time that they asked you for GRE and stuff like that, you were relaxed, and then
Mhm.
this professor has spoken to you, probably that would have cemented it for you that okay, since the professor has said it. Has this professor studied abroad before?
Yeah, he did. He did. He studied Australia. He did. Yeah,
And
that's what.
and so he was not old when he has not stayed in the house for a very long time when he went to Australia.
Yes, maybe
Why
that's what he was
why
thinking.
do some people want to kill our dreams, man?
Yeah.
No, if you are listening to us, take an advice from this one. Why and if it was supposed to come from somebody else, it would have been good. Somebody who is going to give you a recommendation.
Recommendation letter. Yeah.
It's not even it's not it's demotivating you to go.
Bro,
Did he end up giving you the recommendation?
that's the story. That was when I spoke to you, and then you told me I should go and gather recommendation letters. That was the beginning,
Yeah.
the first day or second day after
Mm,
I spoke with you. So I took it, and then I came. I think the only recommendation letter he helped me with was
mhm.
Alabama, because that was the first school,
Right.
University of Alabama. That was the first school that he helped me. But the rest, he did not. So I also decided to sideline him. Then I looked for another person.
Oh, I
Addition.
see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. I see. Shout
But
out
there
to
was
your
one,
professor
yeah.
though.
But there's one professor that he's in UMAT. I hope that maybe one day he will find this video. Professor Boa and then Professor Grace. These two people, even when I got rejected with Michigan
Right.
Tech, these people were always telling me, "Son, you can do it. Just continue applying." I would. I mean, they kept on saying they will give me a recommendation letter. They are going to do their best for me. So shout out to them.
I'm glad you
So
are mentioning you are mentioning them too. Sometimes we only focus on negatives, but it's good you are bringing the positive people who also push you through. I think recommendation letter, and maybe you should give us your advice on that. It's one
yeah,
of the major challenges people have.
yeah.
Yeah, you
It's true.
can see, so somebody telling you that why we've stayed in the house. So he's not even willing to do the
Yeah,
recommendation.
he's not been willing to do it.
What worked for these two professors who were willing to work do the recommendation for? What did you tell them? Major challenge every most people have is this recommendation letters. What was your communication? How did you get them to now still do the recommendation for you even if you will be refused?
Oh yeah. The only thing I can say is that when I was back there or back in school,
Mhm.
UMAT, these were lecturers that were, I mean, teaching me every day, so they knew
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had that relationship, that student lecturer relationship with them, and I will also say that they were so kind enough. That's the
Oh, I
most thing
see.
I can say. They were so kind enough, and they were ready to help me at any length. Yeah.
Shout out to them. I want you to mention their names again. They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Professor Boa, then Professor Grace Ofori. They're all in UMAT.
All
I'm so grateful to them. And then one also friend who is in Australia now, um, Dr. Becca Wood. He's also
Okay.
a friend that I met when I did my internship at Goldfields when I
Awesome.
was in school. Yeah. He's now in Canada, Australia.
All
He
right.
also
So
helped a lot.
we are going to talk about your visa processes and all that. I know that's a different story altogether. We'll go
Yeah.
to that. So if you're listening to us every week, we select one person to assist to go through the process. How do you be part of it? please click on the like button, share this video to someone to also benefit from the ideas and information we are sharing that is transforming people's life. Which year did you start talking to me? Was it in 2022 or 2021?
I think it's 2022, but it was just, I think in, is it December or November?
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
them, yeah.
yeah. I was somewhere in Kentucky. I remember very well. So if you're listening to us, there's I do the mentorship, and I only want people. I'm pleading with people to be serious, right? That's the only thing I want. It's quite disheartening when you are eager to help somebody, but go and get your document. It becomes a problem, right? Yeah. So we do this mentorship. It's been a very long time, for more than half a decade. We're trying to assist as many people as we can, but you need to just be serious. So every week we select one person. This is how you get selected. If you type any comment in the chat, if you click on the like button, if you share this video wherever you're watching us from, either on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or on X, just share, click on the like button, and then type in your comment. The question we are responding to today is, what is delaying your application process? Is it application fees? Is it transcript evaluation recommendation? Or you can just type hashtag the Fred effect in the comment, and then you automatically enter the draw. After we are done with the session, we'll do the draw, and then we draw one, and then we select one person, and the Fred Effect team gets in touch with you. If you have a high school or diploma qualification, the team will help you apply for a bachelor's degree. If you are looking for a master's degree application, just like my brother Morro, we will coach you on how you can get it done, because some people just need that kind of do it this way, do it that way. Some of the schools we are mentioning, maybe you've not even heard before. There are lots of opportunities available, and we can cast our nets wider. All right, Moro, let's go on. So if somebody is asking you, has this process been worth it? After you going back and forth, you are a teacher, sacrificing that pay monthly to pay an application fee, doing the WES evaluation, and
Yeah.
then now the opportunity to get here. Has it been worth it?
It's even, I mean, it's even more than what I imagined or
Mhm.
what I thought of.
There's
Because
a teacher watching you right now who feels like, okay, how much did Moro spend on this process? Can you estimate? It might not be accurate, like the same thing, because right now visa application fee has increased. Your time you pay 160, right?
yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it
yeah,
has shot up to 185.
yeah.
Yeah. So how much do you think you invested in the process?
Oh, I can say close to, I mean, let's take out the plane ticket and those
Hmm.
ones outside.
Hmm.
But I can say close to 12,000. That
Ghana
is,
cedis.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And it's because of the West evaluation that I did.
mhm,
The IELTS, I had to
mhm.
do some classes for 1 month, and
Okay.
then register for the class for the exams.
Hmm.
So that also took some money.
Hmm.
And then the application fees that I pay in the various University of Alabama, it was free. But
Yeah.
University of Utah, I paid.
Hmm.
Montana Tech, I paid.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
So
And
in
then
your
going to campus, taking my recommendation letters and those things, all those things are also included.
wow. Let's come to the visa process. How many times did you go for the visa interview? Which country did you go in? Ghana? Were you in Cote d'Ivoire? Where did you go for the interview?
Oh, I went to the visa interview in Ghana, and
Okay,
it was,
and it was once, or you were there twice? What happened?
oh, by God's grace, I went there once.
Did your scholarship, because you were communicating with your HOD, did your scholarship come automatically with your admission, or did you have to apply separately? Did the admission come and later on the scholarship came? How did it go for you?
Yeah, because my academic advisor was interested in me, he reached out to me. Then he told me he had research assistantship for me, so I didn't have to do any separate application. He just told me I should just apply to the school. If I get
Mhm.
accepted, he's going to give me the graduate research assistantship. So that's how it came by.
All right. If you have questions for Morrow, please type them in the chat. And if you want to join us, I'm going to share the link that you can use to join us. And if you have any direct questions for Morro, you can join us and ask him directly. So I'm posting the link. I'll be sharing on the social media platforms. It's a StreamYard link. You join us in the studio, and you can talk tomorrow. Somebody wanted to find out. Let me see if I can pull up. The person wanted to find out. I would like to know the month you got your admission decision.
Okay. I got my admission decision in was it? Yeah, it was somewhere December. Yeah, December.
Okay. So
December 2020.
you came. You were targeting the spring admissions and not the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are of the view that scholarships are only in the fall semester, but you are saying that you started your program in January, so you got your admission in December.
Yeah, I got admission in December,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, I did not get a date for the interview
Okay.
for the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, or what I and then my academic advisor decided to do, was that
Mm-hmm.
it should, I mean, take it to my admission process to the next academic
Semester.
year
Oh,
semester.
okay.
Oh,
Okay. So you deferred your program, but the
yeah, I
admission and
deferred.
scholarship came in the spring semester.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, but when you deferred, they still held on to your scholarship.
Yeah, yeah, the scholarship, he told me that he was not going to, this one is a
Mm-hmm.
research funding. So in terms of what I was going to do at that spring, he's
Right.
going to give it to somebody else, but he's going to make sure that he'll get me another funding for
Okay.
yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, awesome. So, Pixel, your question has been answered. He said he wanted to know the time that admission decisions were made. All right. If you have questions, post them in the comments. I'll be reading them, and my brother will be responding to them. Um, what was the application fee for Montana, though, if you remember?
Then it was $60.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. If you have questions, you can also join us, and then you talk to Morro. What has been challenging for you? Is it the weather, the food? Since when you came in, was it the food, the weather, or their accent? Do you have the American accent now?
Oh no, not yet. I'm still trying. I'm still trying.
But what has been challenging for you? Is it the food,
Yeah,
the
the
weather,
accent.
or
Yeah, the accent.
the accent? Which one?
Yeah, yeah, the accent, the food, and then the weather. I mean, all the three. Yeah, all the three.
Does it get very cold in Montana like that?
Yeah, it does. It does. Sometimes you can even get -20.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, this year I had like this year is tough. Is
it's
beyond what the
very
yeah
crazy. It's very
yeah.
crazy.
So like, are there African markets that you could get African food, or how do you manage? How do you manage things? Do you cook, or you go and buy burger? What do you do?
Obviously, here we don't have
Mhm.
African market. So what
Oh,
we do is
okay.
that, yeah. So obviously, I have to cook. I have no other choice than to prepare the
So
African.
were you a good cook before, or it is now that you are learning how to cook?
Oh no, I can say I was a good cook before I
Uh-huh.
got here,
But
because
but so you cannot manage their burger, their pizza and that stuff.
oh, the pizza I'm used to it now. But the burger, the burger that I'm still trying to get used to it.
I don't know about you. A lot of people think that if you use their ingredients to prepare food, it doesn't taste like the Ghanaian way.
That is true. That is
It's
perfectly.
rare.
It's true. It's true.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's
So
true.
like their tomatoes or whatever taste different, right?
Yeah, it's just different. Yeah.
I see. What has been some of the survival strategies? Like if somebody is coming, what do you wish you knew before getting here? Um, like how have you been able to survive in the system? How have you been able to cope? What are some of the things you've done that has helped you to? Some people complain about loneliness. They go to class, they come there alone. When you speak, they don't understand you. They say, "Huh? What did you say?"
What do you say? Yeah.
How have you survived?
Oh, I think that you have to always reach out to people who are
Mm.
already here to know how the system is, so that
Right.
when you are coming, you can prepare fully. Um, it's not easy, but I mean, for struggling, you're going to struggle a bit,
Mm-hmm.
but along the way, you get used to it because I
I
mean, somebody was saying, "I'll look at the dialect, yaba na yaba." And
see. Aba, me, aba.
yeah, yaba, yaba.
If you are
Yeah.
listening to us from another country, you don't understand. How do I translate it? As we've come, then we come, right? As we
Yeah,
come,
we
then we
come.
come. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's Aba na dia na yaba, right?
yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
that's cool. Let's see if we
Yeah.
can bring some people on to talk to you. I wanted to ask this thing: if you were supposed to start this whole process all over again, what
Yeah.
would you have done differently? If you're talking to the young Morro who is teaching
Mhm.
at a junior high school, integrated science teacher, and
Mhm.
knowing what you know now, and you were supposed to start the process again, like talk to me like you're talking to somebody who is in your position, listening to you now. What would you have done differently?
Well, I think that I don't have much to say, but what I can say is that just set the goal and then work on it. I mean, just put out yourself out there to fail. The more you fail, the more
I
you
like
can
that.
get. You
I
the
like
more
that.
you can get closer to the I mean the prize.
A lot of us are scared, like me in Bollywood, boy, going to take my national service allowance 559. I am scared that if I put in this 559, I don't get admission. I'm dead though. Then I should go and use it to buy some yam to survive in my Bollywood boy, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to cut you, but even the application fee, to be
Mhm.
honest, in my bank account at that time, as at that time, if I should pay the application fee that the man was pushing me to do, I
Mhm.
knew that I was not going to be left with anything much.
Yes.
So that was also pushing me back. So I'm saying today that if you have to put your last coin in it, try and do it. It will come. Something will come out. Something will, I mean, come out of it.
Yeah, we
So
are scared to fail. That's why
we are
we
scared to
don't.
fail. We are
Yeah,
scared to fail. We are
we're
scared to fail.
scared
So
to
I
fail.
wasn't even willing to do it. He had to send me emails for 3 days, convincing me that go and do it before I had to take that risk and then go and then flash that all money to pay for the application fee.
Yeah,
Today I sit here, I don't regret paying that application
I
fee because
tell
that's
you,
what
I
happened to me.
tell you. Even the skin color has changed. bro, I saw the pictures. So
Yeah,
the skin
yeah,
color
yeah. I
has
know, I
changed.
know, I know. When I call home, my mom will say, "Hey, my son, your skin, the skin is skinny." Oh, and I say,
Shout out to your mom, man. He said
yeah,
the
shout out
skin
to
is
her.
skinning.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know if there's a different kind of filter. If you take a picture here, it's different, no?
it's different. Yeah, it's different. Back in our place, the weather, I mean, that hot sun is not easy.
Yeah, it's not helping there.
It's not helping.
Anyway, Collins is here. Shout outs to Collins. Collins, please unmute your microphone. Talk to my brother. How are you doing? I like your beard. I should grow some beard like you. You have to send me some.
Anyways, thank you very much.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk tomorrow.
Thank you for having me. In fact, I've been trying to get on board to ask a few questions, but I'm unable to. I'm glad today I've been able to. I'm
Yeah, you are
very
here now. Talk to
grateful
us.
to the good work
My brother's network. Tomorrow, can you hear him?
I can hear him. I think he's breaking.
you are doing.
Oh man, Collins, it's quite unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Kweku Ahe. Kweku, you have to put your video on. Your microphone is muted. If you could unmute it and talk tomorrow. Kweku, please unmute your microphone. Let's go on. Collins has a bad connection. Oh, okay. 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 All right. Moro, that's what is happening now.
Yeah, the network,
Lukman, salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Fred.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine. How are you too?
Talk tomorrow.
Okay. So I will need a general advice from I think both of you. So
Right.
I started with cold emailing and I sent mails to about 5 lecturers from 5 different universities. And then I had a reply from the director of research from the University of Southern California. So initially, when I engaged her, she reached out to me and was like, she has to give me. I was requesting for research assistantship or graduate assistantship, and she said she wanted to give me some assignments to ascertain my capability. So she gave me a lot of assignments, about 3 assignments in research, which I did. So about 3 weeks ago, I had a meeting with her via Zoom, and she was so impressed. She was very happy, and she was like, "My research work is very good." And from the beginning, she didn't know I was not a student of the university, so she wanted to give me the chance, but she realized that
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We lost Lukman. John, how you doing?
DJ for
Hi, John.
WhatsApp.
How you doing?
Good evening, Mr. Fred. Good evening.
Yeah.
Happy
How's
New
Nigeria?
Month. Nigeria is very cool. It's fine. It's hot over here.
Yeah, I'm okay. Talk tomorrow.
Please, tomorrow, good evening and Happy New Month. Mr. Fred and Mr. Morro.
John, there's a bit of noise at your background. It makes it difficult to hear you. So if you can get a quiet background, that would be very helpful. Abdul, salam alaikum. You can unmute your microphone and go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, talk to us, Abdul.
Yes, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk tomorrow.
Good evening. Walaikum
Talk
salam
tomorrow,
to
bro.
lie. It's nice meeting you guys. We appreciate what you guys are doing for us. I don't know. Yes, yes. Please, I want to thank you guys so much for the hard work that you have been doing for us. In fact, Mr. Fred, you really know the road, and I've been following you both TikTok and then YouTube. I even tried sending you some message on TikTok and then Facebook and Instagram, but I didn't hear any reply. Please, I have applied to Clarkson University for computer science, which I have scholarship. It's a merit-based.
Oh.
mm.
I heard that he has applied to Clarkson, and he has a merit scholarship.
Is there computer science or something like that?
Yeah. I didn't get the rest.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, Koku is not. I think people don't have a stable connection. I don't know what's happening. Naftali, how you doing?
I'm doing
Naftali, how
great,
you
Mr. Fred.
talk
I'm
tomorrow?
doing good, Mr. Fred. Please, good evening, Mr. Morro.
Good evening.
My question is about please. I submitted an application to Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. The department has approved giving me an approval. They demanded for my official transcript. I've sent in the official transcript, and they demanded for. They sent me an invitation for a competitive.
So Naftali, you're watching yourself on another device, right? If you could mute the volume of that device, then we wouldn't be having a feedback. Collins, let's talk to you whilst Naftali try to fix that. Naftali, we are having a feedback. Collins, go ahead now.
Yeah, thank you so much. I had a network challenge. So mine is not in relation to Mr. Morrow alone. I think
Mhm.
if both of you can put your heads together. I've been following you guys for a while, and I'm realizing that you don't share a lot of opportunities for teachers. The Ghanaian teachers also need some of these opportunities. So
Is, is
mine
it
is a plea
is
that
it to teach? Is it to teach or to study?
Mm-hmm.
for scholarships, for to study scholarship for masters and PhD and all that. Because
Moro
I've
will
been I've
respond
been
and then I'll
following.
come in.
Okay,
Moro
I've
will
been
respond and
following
I'll come.
and all right. So I've been following and I've been trying to see.
There is no specific
Okay,
process that if you're a nurse, go through this way. If you're a teacher, go through this way. It's the same way. If
It's
you
the
have
same
a
way.
qualification, your document is the most important thing. So Moro is a teacher, but he worked on the process using his document, his transcripts and all that. So there's nothing specific like this school is for teachers. right? If you're a teacher, you have a bachelor's in maybe education, whatever, you can look at education related programs and apply. Personally, I've been posting a lot of education related courses, education administration, college student personnel, higher education. There's a lot of other related programs that you can apply to. So we can't specifically say that teachers follow this path. You get
Mhm. Yeah, that's true. So
All right,
basically, I
guys.
mean, you just have to gather your documents and decide where you want to go, the
yeah.
field that you want to enter. That's all.
I think somebody's asking a very important question. Christopher, did you have a deficit after the graduate assistantship? That's a good question.
Yeah, this is a good question. Yeah, I did. I did have I think it was 2,500. Yeah,
Yeah.
$2,500.
And
Yeah.
normally it's like that, even though you have a full scholarship, you may have some 500,000, 2,000
Yeah,
deficit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's normal. It's normal.
Yeah. Christopher, thank you for asking that. Thank
Yeah.
you for asking. So that's it. Let's see if we can pick another person. So if you were supposed to advise a teacher like Collins or advise
Mhm.
anybody listening to us today, what would be your advice to that person?
Yeah, I think we have already mentioned it that
Mm,
do not be fear, do not fear to, get rejected. You just have to make it a point that you have to, win by all means. And the point that the only way you can win is not to give up,
yeah.
not to
I
give
agree.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to
Um,
give up.
in terms of your visa interview, how was your preparation like? Do you think that maybe your scholarship made it easy for you to get a visa? How did it go for you?
Okay, I think yeah, I think the scholarship also played a role in it, and also I believe that um, God also helped me throughout the process.
Mhm.
So it was so I won't say it was so simple, but it was easy for me as compared to others.
Right.
And then with your help, your videos, I was always on YouTube watching your videos, the videos that you have done with previous students
Yeah.
who are in the US, their experience with the questions, the answers they gave, the possible questions that they were asked. These are the things that helped me throughout. And then in your group too, the questions that they were asking you, I was joining your the Fred effect. I think the is it the mock interviews.
Yeah.
These mock interviews also helped
Yeah,
me a
if
lot.
you're listening to us, for more than half a decade, we've had a WhatsApp platform. We create 2 times every year for spring and for fall. So with people who have already gone through the process and are preparing for visa interview, we have a platform that myself and the team come together to be doing a mock interview for them every single day. So if you are preparing for a visa interview, it will be a good platform where you get to meet other people who are also preparing for visa interview. It's not when you are about to start the process, it's only for people who are preparing for visa interview. So you can send me a direct message on Instagram if you already have an I-20 and then you have a date scheduled, then we add you to the platform so that you prepare for your visa interview and all that. All right. So
So if you want to take me through the questions, fine. That one will be
yeah,
okay.
sure. If you want to go through, yeah. So what did they ask you and how did you respond to them? So for
Yeah,
those who are preparing for visa interview, take a pen and a paper.
yeah. I think the first question was, where was I going? That is the first question. Where am I going? So I only told them I'm going to Montana Technological University to pursue my master's degree in mineral process engineering. Yeah. And then the second question was, how am I going to fund? What was my source of funding for my education?
Right.
So I mentioned the GRA, which is a graduate research assistantship
Right.
that I had with my professor. I mentioned his name. I mentioned the amount. And then my deficit, I mentioned that this is the deficit that is left, which will be catered by my dad. I mentioned the work he does, and
Okay.
then his yearly income that he gets from that work. Then the last question was, okay, have you traveled to the US before? And I said, no, I have not traveled to the US before. And then he was like, your visa has been approved.
So that was like even under a minute or so.
Yeah, just I mean, it was just a quick. I mean, just a quick.
In your view, why do you think people get refused? You see, where during your interview, you were in a queue, and
Mhm.
probably you might have heard the visa officer saying, "I'm sorry" to some people.
Yeah, yeah, that
Why
obviously.
do you think people get refused, though?
Yeah, I think that sometimes people do not prepare very well. They do not prepare very well to answer the questions,
Hmm.
and they are not able to make a case for, I mean, whatever they have in terms of maybe funding or in terms of their bank statement or whatever they have. They are
Yeah,
not able to explain themselves very well
yeah.
to, yeah, to, I mean, the counselor. So that can also be a point of refusal.
Nikki, I think Morrow has responded to that question. The proof of funds was his GRA, which is the scholarship, and then he had a deficit of about 2,000, which was a bank statement from his
So I
dad.
even said, yeah, during the interview, I said, "Oh, we even have my dad's bank statement here,"
Right.
but he didn't even. I mean, he didn't even want to ask to. I mean, to give it to him to go through. He was just like, "No, it's okay. So, your visa has been approved." Yeah.
Christopher, this question will be relative. So service fee at the moment is 350, and then the plane ticket would depend on what kind of airline you are using, which
Yeah, yeah,
state you are going to, and the plane ticket would depend on a lot of things, including what time you are buying relative to when you want to travel. So a lot of factors go into it.
yeah.
All right, great. So let's have the draw, and then we select one person,
Okay,
um, and then we would end the session here. So if you are yet to click on the like button, please do that. We have 122. Let's see if we can get to 150 people. This is how you get to be part of the draw.
okay,
You click on the like button, you click on the share button, and then you type in a comment, and then you'll be selected. So when we get to 150, we have the draw. We now have 122 entries. So let's see if we can get to 150.
also,
All right, and now Kwame, we want to bring you on. You need to mute the device closer to you before we can have you.
yeah, I
Nana
think.
Kwame, okay. Nana Kwame is not ready.
Yeah.
Nana Kwame, you need to mute your device. Other than that, we have a feedback.
True.
Okay, Nana Kwame is not ready yet. All right. When we get to 150, we have the draw. We select one person
Okay.
who will go through the mentorship. Let's see. Abdul. Hi, Abdul.
Yes.
Okay. Talk
Mr.
tomorrow
Fred.
now.
Yes. Thank you so much. Please, as I was saying, please, I try to get admission from Clarkson University, and with 44%.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Um,
Okay. It's quite unfortunate, Abdul. And now,
it was
Kwame,
so simple.
okay. Now, Kwame, you are listening to us on a different device. So you have to mute that before we can have you on. If you don't do that, we'll be having a feedback. Quite unfortunate. All right, so we have 135 people entering the draw. We need 150, and then we would have it. So this is what we do. We want to not only tell you about how you can do it. Sometimes you just need a little coaching, and you are good. Like I said in my intro, that for everything you want to achieve, you should have a plan, and then there's a structured way to achieve what you want to do within the boundaries of what society allows. You can do it. Danko said, shout out to Danko, and so sometimes you just need guidance on apply to this school, look at this university, check out this program. So that's what we are willing to help you with. And so if you are being selected in the draw, that's how it goes. Let's see how many people we have. 140. We just need 10 people, and then we are good to go. So
maybe if I can talk.
yeah.
Yeah, you could remember even when I met you beginning, I didn't even know how to even apply.
Yeah.
You have to talk to me to talk to a lady to help me
Yeah.
out. So there are some people who are out there, they don't even know, they think that, I mean, they don't know how they are going to start.
Mm.
The moment you make a decision that you want to study abroad, I mean, Fred is always there to help.
Yeah.
Contact him and he will show you how to do it. There are, before, I mean, there were times that you had to do a video call with me to show me how to even go to the website and even find out where the head of department, their names, their emails, and
Yeah.
how to even email them. So everything you just need information. That's the
Yeah.
most important thing. You
You
need
need
information.
information.
And
Once you
that
get
is
the information you need, you're good to go.
you're good to go. So Fred is there. I mean, where I've gotten to it is Fred who has made it possible. His help
And I
and
appreciate that. I'm very
yes.
happy, to hear you say this, because that is what I envision for anybody I have opportunity to talk to. That
Yeah.
by the close of the session, I should be communicating to you from another state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
proud of you, bro. We've done like an hour. Let's
Yeah.
see how many people. Okay, we have 150 now. So let's have the draw. Select one person. We are good to go. Okay, let's see who is going to be selected. So we do this every week. You just have to participate, be part of the session, share, like. Oh, okay. Um, can you pronounce this name for me? I don't want to mess the first name up.
Yeah, I do. Can't. Oh, I can't.
Abdi Kadel. Abdi
I did
Kadel.
Adele. I did Adele or something.
Okay, okay. Shout out to Abdi Kadel. You are selected today. So you have to send me a message on Instagram. The Instagram handle is the Fred Effect. It's verified. It's over 18,000 followers. And then we'll take it from there. So congrats to you, Abdi Kadel. All right.
Yeah.
Moro, we are ending the section. I'm super proud of you. I'm happy that the conversation we had some years ago, it has been fruitful now. Today, I'm happy to be talking to you. And I know you're going to do great. You're going to impact a lot of other
Thank
people
you.
too.
Thank
And
you.
then, at least to send some dollars to mom home, that's a
Yeah.
huge achievement. You understand?
Yeah,
So
that one is true.
yeah. I wanted to talk before we go. I wanted to talk about is your stipend paid monthly or every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay.
Mhm.
Approximately. No, I don't want you to mention specifics. Approximately,
Okay.
how much are we looking at?
Oh, we are looking at about 650.
Okay. And then so that means that about 1,300 every month.
Yeah.
Wow. Compared to how much you were taking as a teacher?
Oh, that was just a peanut. That is, I mean, 100 times of what I was taking. Yeah,
Wow.
it's true. Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
So don't let
And
anybody
one,
okay, go ahead.
and one thing is that, I mean, even when I had a deficit, that I was always thinking about, oh, if I get here, how am I going to pay that deficit?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God have been so good. And when I even got here, I mean, I have a tuition waiver, and then that deficit, which is 2,000. I mean, my department always take care of it. So,
Oh
I mean,
wow. So you don't pay anything at all?
I don't know.
Not even health insurance?
No.
Oh wow. 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 That's interesting. So
Yeah,
in terms of accommodation, I know Montana is a little bit how much you pay per month approximately?
yeah, I pay $400. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Utilities. How is the place? Is it like a one bedroom apartment? Do you share? How is it like?
Oh, I share with a colleague.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
and
mhm.
water, and then
I like your
electricity.
American accent. Water.
Electricity, and then that's internet. They are all inclusive. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
laundering and everything. I mean, it's all inclusive.
How do you get to campus? Do you have a car? Do you take a bus? Do you walk? Is it close to campus? How is it like?
Yeah, it's closer to campus.
So
Bagos West. Yeah,
yeah, so
Bagos
it's
West. I have a car.
walking. Oh, you
Yeah.
shout out to I have to come and ride in your Bugatti, man. Oh, I have to come to Montana. You see, so my brother is really living life. Oh,
Oh, Fred,
oh,
I mean, I'm so grateful
wow.
to you. I'm so grateful to you, bro. I'm
Wow,
so grateful
wow,
to
wow, wow, wow.
you.
But I mean, I played my part, but I think that for everybody that I've had opportunity to assist, I tell them that it's you, like because there are a lot of people I give the same attention to and they don't take it serious.
Yeah,
So whatever you have achieved, it's you that did it. It's your
yeah,
tenacity, it's your
yeah,
seriousness, it's your
yeah.
willingness to get it done that brought you this far. So just one day, just sit and praise yourself that you've done well. Like
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do that. I do that.
yeah.
But I mean, getting this platform, I need to let everybody know that. I mean, if you didn't show me the way, your guidance, I wouldn't have made it through. Though
I
I mean,
appreciate that.
it requires commitment.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the way, how will you put your efforts in it?
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. You didn't even take anything, not even one CD from me, not
Yeah.
even anything for me, but you pushed me through. And that's where I am. So,
Awesome. Awesome. I will have to come to Montana and ride in the Bugatti. So,
oh, you have to, you have to, you have to. You anytime you're ready, you let me know. You let
yeah,
me
I'm
know.
I'm happy to say that, when I got here, I didn't know anybody in any state at all, right? But as I
Yeah,
speak with you, I can pick a phone and call almost every state. Every
yeah.
state I know somebody there
You know
because
somebody.
we've had opportunity to
Yeah,
assist people.
to ask it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to Arizona. I went to meet some people there. I went to Las Vegas, Nevada. I met somebody and the person was
Mm.
like, "You paid my ticket for me." I'm like, "I forgot it."
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
I went to Massachusetts. The same thing. I went to where Alabama. I met somebody there. I was
Yeah,
so happy. Almost every state I go to, there
yeah,
is
yeah,
somebody that I get to meet today
yeah,
that I've had opportunity to access. Bro, I'm super
yeah.
happy for you. You do
Honest.
great and nice sharing your experience so that it will motivate our brothers and sisters to
Yeah.
also
And
achieve.
I must mention this. It got to a point that even I was not having enough money to even go and then ride the aisles.
Mhm.
So I told the man that I need to gather money. He was like, he knows a Ghanaian student here who has completed working in the mines. So
Okay.
he's going to get that person to give me money to write.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And truly, the guy sent me the money. I came
Wow.
here to meet him. Shout out to him. I'm so grateful to him.
Oh.
Wherever he is. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I think that sometimes we get worried about the possible impediment, but when you
Yes.
start, something will come. You
Something
know,
will come. Yeah.
Sometimes people complain about, okay, when I get this visa, I don't know how to get plane ticket. Are you
Yeah.
holding a visa and did not get plane ticket?
Mm-hmm.
You get
Mm-hmm.
it? So, for some reason, some way, somehow, when we start and we are serious, help will come.
Help will come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes when you want to seek for help from somebody, tell the person that I have done this. So help me with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shout outs to
Just
that man, man.
I didn't even tell him that he should help me out. I just told him that I needed to gather some money and then go and.
Yeah. And he said, oh, he will connect you to with somebody.
Yeah, he said, I mean, I've seen that you are trying your best, so I'm also going to connect you with somebody right now
Wow.
who is also Ghanaian.
This professor, he do okay.
Oh, and
He
the
do.
man is so great, and
Yeah.
he loves Ghanaian students. I mean,
Yeah.
when I came here, we are about 6 students, all Ghanaians,
I
and
see.
working under him. Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
So
Glad
as
to
you
hear
said,
that.
sometimes you just need to start. You don't be thinking that, oh, how am I going to finish it? Like the way I was thinking,
Mhm.
if I start with this application fee, how am I going to finish it? So
Yes.
that was holding me back.
Yeah.
Along the way,
Some people are even worried about I will not get an interview date. Meanwhile, you don't even have I-20.
we have
If they
I-20. Yeah.
say come for interview tomorrow, what are you sending to the embassy? So
Yeah.
some people worry about things ahead of them when they've not even taken a step.
Yeah, I
Yo,
was also thinking even a bank statement. How much? Because I mean, maybe it comes and then I'm not able to, get a bank statement and all those
see,
things.
you don't even have admission. You are worried about bank statement.
I worry about bank statement. So imagine the bank statement I sent today, even the interview, they didn't even take it to even go through it to even look at
The
what
same
is.
thing. A lot of people go to the embassy, they don't even take their bank statement. People are
Yeah.
so worried about things. Most of the things we worry about, they don't happen. No.
Yeah, they don't happen. We just put them in our brain.
Yeah,
We block our chances with our own thoughts.
yeah. Mentally impeding our progress. Anyway,
And
I've really.
as I said, I was always afraid. "Oh, can I study outside? Am I
Mhm.
good enough? Let's. Some of the things that comes into our head. Am
Yeah,
I good enough to study abroad? Am I good enough? That's the question that you need to overcome.
yeah.
You can do it. If I and then Fred has been able to do it, we are not intelligent than you.
No. We are not
Yeah,
better of that. These
we
are
are better
regular,
than
normal guys having a
you.
yeah.
Guys that are in the system.
We are no more. There were some of our classmates who were better than us.
Yeah, they are better than
Yeah,
us. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's somebody listening to us now. We are not up to the level of
No,
intelligence,
no.
even the CGPA the person has.
Yeah. We don't even have that. I
Yeah,
mean that I mean the CGP that you are talking about. But we
yeah,
are where we the second class or whatever. People are with first class, they are there. People are with second class upper lower, they are all here. So
yeah.
It's just about taking that step. It's just about having that confidence and believing that God will see you through. No matter what, definitely help will come, as you were saying, along the way. If you don't give up, help will come out.
Awesome.
Who has ever? I mean, I never even thought that I'll get to the US and I'll study to the point that I don't even pay anything in the school.
Yeah.
It's just
And when the
it's
two
shocking
weeks
to me.
come,
It's sometimes shocking to me.
when the
Shocking.
2 weeks come, you open your bank account, it's there.
Yeah, yeah.
The first stipends I received, bro.
Yeah,
I was in a bus. I was going to class or something, and then I opened
yeah.
it again. I was in class, and then I'll go to the washroom and open the bank account again. The money is there,
The money is- Oh
bro.
yeah, I also had the same experience. The first
Yeah,
time it dropped, I literally had to check the thing throughout the whole night and see whether it's true or not.
the stipends has landed. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Anyway, and my first school, the same thing. Ohio University, they used to pay the stipends every 2 weeks. I think my
yeah,
second school too, the same
yeah,
thing. You know,
yeah,
it's interesting. It's
yeah.
possible. You know,
It's
you
possible.
speak with some people and it looks like, oh, somebody will say, I didn't know brony be more actually or better or the say choka. Some
Yeah, yeah.
you talk to some people and you feel it's not
I
possible.
feel that it's not possible. Yeah.
But people are living it, you know. Anyway, my brother, thank you so much. I like the motivation. You've really motivated me today. Honestly,
Yes,
I really appreciate you. And
I
I know that
appreciate.
our viewers have gotten value out of this conversation.
Yeah,
Remember, this section will still be live across the various Fred Effect social media platforms. You know, with other episodes that we've had every week, we bring a very inspiring one. There's a lot of ways that you can talk about things, right? As we
mm-hmm.
speak, you know, like my brother is saying, it's super cold. Today is negative something outside, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
there is always a positive side to every story. We can't come and tell you, and we can't be here and be putting fear in you. We have done it, but you cannot do it. It is difficult. No, we are telling you that we are not better off than you. You can also do it. And my platform, it's intentional that I only focus on positivity. It's not that there are no negative stuff happening. If you
Mm-hmm.
want me to talk about, we can talk about negative things the whole day, right? But we want to focus on the positive side of life. That is what
Yeah,
we want to. I want to use my platform for. So you will never see me posting about negative things. No, it's always positivity. And I believe that if we allow that positivity to go over our mindset, we can achieve whatever we want to achieve. And it's highly possible, bro.
yeah.
I'll be happy to meet you somewhere someday in Montana, or maybe we'll meet somewhere in the US. You know,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
You know, the first day I landed, so I thanked you, and then you were like, "Welcome," and I told you that we have to. I
Yeah,
mean, hopefully one day
we'll
we
meet
have
up.
to.
We'll meet
We have
up
to.
someday.
We have to meet up.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming through. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, bro.
You're welcome. Thank you
All right.
so much, bro. Thank you
All right.
for everything. My journey to where I am today. So grateful to you.
Awesome.
And I hope that we are going to be in touch till or something like
Definitely.
that. Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So that was my brother Morro, Montana Technological University. That's where he's pursuing his master's degree. Awesome guy, motivational guy. And thank you for tuning in. This we do this every weekend. It's called the Study Abroad Podcast. People have been to the school you want to apply to. People are enjoying the scholarships you are aiming at getting. People have been through the process you want to go through. So what I do is that apart from sharing my journey, my experience from Bole Boy to getting here, I also invite my friends. We all have different perspectives, different stories to share with you to inspire and motivate you to let you know that you can also do it and it is highly possible. Remember, the Fred Effect team has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers. So they guide people to go through the visa interview successfully. So whether you're going for an immigrant or a non-immigrant category of visa, you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with them. They are experts in the field and they'll guide you to work on your DS-160 or your DS-260, as well as do a one-on-one mock session or interview with you before you go for the interview. It is easy to talk to the Fred Effect. Send me a direct message on Instagram. I'll be happy to respond to you. And that's the only place that you get a response. Alternatively, there is a way you can schedule a one-on-one meeting so that we can talk about your process. So if you need assistance, here's the link to schedule a one-on-one meeting. I'll be happy to talk to you. Please be positive and know that you can also do it. You are not as dumb as you think you are. if Morro was able to do it, you can do it. If the Fed Effect was able to get it done, you can also get it done. I'll talk to you next week. Next week will be another session, so I'll be happy to talk to you. Shout outs to our winner for today, Abdikadel Mohammed. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Mohammed, please send me a message on Instagram, and then our team will take it from there. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine.